Well, Palmerston North is in shock after the pursuit, which also left a 15-year-old girl in hospital, a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old dead, a 15-year-old in hospital. Reporter Charlie Drever is in the city and she filed this report.
Skid marks and pieces of concrete from a power pole are the only grim reminders that remain after a car involving 3 young people swerved off Pioneer Highway and into a ditch. The police tried to stop the stolen blue Subaru, driven by the 15-year-old with 2 young female passengers inside. The car crashed opposite O'Leary Engineering. Its owner, Dean Sandbrook, was on the phone when he first heard the commotion outside.
2 of my staff members ran down the drive and came straight across the road to assist. As I came out of the office, I seen the power wires hanging down and sparking on our fence. So I yelled out to them to be, to actually stop, but they were on a mission.
Dean Sandbrook says he and other staff members then stopped traffic until emergency services were able to take over. He says the mess of the crash showed how fast they were travelling.
When the impact first happened, because it all happened very quickly, when I turned and I just seen a flash of blue, and when the car actually hit the power pole shot up in the air. Yes, it actually went quite high, and this is the remainder of the power pole here. And there was other bits of concrete have been found, scattered further down the drain here.
Dion Labouchan was one of the workers who ran to the wreckage and spoke to the injured girl trapped in the back.
Yeah, she was a bit dazed at first. We asked how many people were in the vehicle. She said there were 3 of us, but at that time I could only see the 2 people, which was her and the driver. After we tried to get her out, then I noticed the 3rd victim lying underneath the driver's seat.
But Dean Labouchan says he supports the police's decision to pursue because if they didn't, crime would get out of hand. The Palmerston North Mayor, Grant Smith, also supported the police.
Our police are fantastic here in the wider Central Districts region, and especially Palmerston North. We have very, very low crime rates. The inner city here is probably one of the safest inner cities in New Zealand. We've done a lot of work. They'll take this hard because we think we are doing a reasonable job. So, yeah, we'll debrief and we'll just see if there are any gaps where we need to be plugging them.
But the Police Association Vice President Craig Ticklepenny says it's getting to a stage where lawmakers and police will need to look at pursuit policy.
The situation is, though, if there's just a blanket abandon chase type policy, as per our policy states, it just invites drivers, lawbreakers, drunk drivers to risk driving off and actually potentially threatening the life of members of the public and putting them at risk.
In a statement, the police say they always assess the risk of whether or not to pursue a driver who fails to stop for police. The latest deaths come 10 days after another 15-year-old died during a police chase while in the boot of a car in Wellington. For Checkpoint, Charlie Drever.